I do keep calling it a slideshow, or not a slideshow, a spreadsheet. Now I'm calling it the right thing, and I can't call it the wrong thing.
It's a Google Slides.
It is Google Slides, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all ready?
Could you repeat what we're doing today?
Do you want me to do that before the intro? I'm going to mention it after the intro.
I know. I'm just so excited.
I'm gonna need you to. Never mind. You can keep your enthusiasm high if you'd like.
I totally forgot about this part, and now I'm so happy. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the Book Talk Babes podcast, where we will be discussing different book-related topics and occasionally specific books. This episode will contain explicit language and may contain spoilers, so please check the episode description for a list of books that were spoiled. My name is Ashley, and today I'm joined by my two lovely friends, Elaine.
Hello.
And Liana.
Hi.
Welcome, new listeners. Thank you, returning listeners. So before recording, I did let Liana know this is our Smutty Special for October. We are doing Corn Daddy and Hayseed. And this is also...
I just can't with those names. Oh my god.
Oh, it gets so much worse. Just wait. This is also technically, one of these is our first listener suggestion book. One of my friends from the book club I'm in on Instagram sent me Corn Daddy. And then Elaine found Hayseed for us.
Is it a scarecrow or like an ear of corn?
Which one? It's two separate.
So one of them
books.
is an ear of corn?
I think technically both of them have corn dicks.
Yes.
But one of them is a corn monster and the other one is a scarecrow monster.
Yeah.
This is so much better than Milking Farm.
It's gonna be something.
Is this part of Elaine's cinematic monster universe, or are they separate?
This is all separate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess technically BB sent us something on Instagram that had Hayseed in it, right? Is that how you found Hayseed, Elaine? Or did you already know about that one?
No, I found Hayseed because the author is Vera Valentine, who's an author from attending Monster Erotica.
That's right.
Con.
That's right.
So that's why I was like, I'll read this one.
Monster Erotica.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Monster Erotica.
I've been saying that wrong.
That's what it looks like. Monster Erotica.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not my fault. The marketing team didn't do a good job of making it clear.
All right. Let's see. Let me get the thingy ready.
Also, I'm loving all of our glasses and signature millennial side parts. Ooh. We need some...
Yeah, Elaine keeps doing a better and better and better job.
Elaine, you can add this to your resume.
Right?
Right, yeah. I can make a very good PowerPoint presentations.
We need some kind of spooky music.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say hop in, babes? We're going monster fucking.
Oh, hop in, babes. We're going... oh gosh,
I was like, I tried to come up with something and I couldn't.
Like, there's some
Corn
kind of like
fucking?
hayride, corn husking situation here. We'll figure it out.
There were no hay rides. There's some stuff in the mud.
Time to
Hop in, babes. We're going pumpkin fucking.
time to plow my fields. Time to harvest my golden wheat.
Oh Oh my god.
Okay. I'll be professional.
Sure. Okay. So this is our October Smutty Specials book report by Elaine and Ashley. Mostly Elaine. Elaine put this together.
Not he's got the juice. Oh my god.
That is, I think that says it on the cover,
Yeah, I
right?
tried to like mimic the cover a little bit.
Yeah. No, you did a good
on this
you
title.
did a good job.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's the cover.
A steamed short. Like steamed corn?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Not Helena Woodcock. Okay, sorry. This is getting better and better. Let's go.
Yeah.
He's got the juice. I don't know what that means. Corn is not a juiced vegetable.
I also
Yeah.
don't really know what that's supposed to mean.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Does it ever? It doesn't
Wouldn't
ever
it
say
be like-
anything about him having juice, right?
Time to pop this kernel or something like that.
Oh, we'll get into the weird things that are written in this. Do you want to read this page, Elaine,
Yeah.
or do you want to do the next one?
Okay, so the title is Corn Daddy, a steamed short. The author is Helena Woodcock. It's self-published, and it was published October 18th, 2023. And it's only 62 pages long.
Okay, so the summary for this is Liz has always had the worst luck with love. She can't help falling for the bad boys, but they're never willing to make her a priority. Being stood up at the annual fall corn maze is the last strike against her latest on-again, off-again dude bro. The farm is filled with happy couples, but Liz is ready to head home and concede her losses over a cup of spiked cider, it figures. The mysterious man thing hiding in the corn maze has an entirely different plan. He has eyes for Liz and isn't willing to let her go so easily. He's nothing like the guys Liz is used to dating, and she can't get him off of her mind. He makes a fast and hot first move, and when he starts talking commitment, it makes Liz's head spin. Is she ready to give up everything she's ever known for the sake of true love and desire? Liz can't help wondering if she has found her produce prince or if this is just another bad apple in her bushel.
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns so far?
That's why I've never gone into a corn maze.
I mean, I will think differently about them after these last two books that we read.
How do they come up with this stuff?
I don't know.
All right.
Where'd my thing go? There it is. Okay. So this is a list of content and trigger warnings. I will say, in my personal opinion, I don't know.
I'm reading this list.
I thought this was a lot to like put, I guess.
Especially for only like 62 pages. This is I was surprised at how long
this like
list is.
Goes.
Yeah, no, there's not a lot of build up.
Can be a hot guy, but the corn man is not a good guy. We don't want to date the corn man.
That is in her like dedication author note or something.
Yeah.
Or was that that was at the you're right. That was at the end of
the trigger warnings.
Yeah.
Like a little special note from the author.
Yes.
You know, the biggest trigger on this list has to be foot licking. That is where I draw the line.
That is not the one for me. Mine is the I've got some serious issues with the masturbation with an inanimate
Okay.
produce vegetable.
Yes. Close tie for first.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's
And
not,
it
that's
says,
not,
you know,
that's
like,
not what they're for.
and it says like being bound and restrained during a sexual encounter, being held captive, binding and restraints in a kidnapping situation. That literally lasts all of like 2 seconds. I feel like it was very quick, and I'm just like, I think you could have just put like restraints or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, kidnap, drugging, consumption of alcohol. Wait, drugging? When did that happen?
I think because like I think it's not like said. Well, I guess so because like the fog. I guess she like goes to sleep and wakes up.
I see.
In the like his like lair.
Interesting. I wouldn't count that, but it's not my book, so.
All right.
Claustrophobia, being in small spaces underground. Dominant and submissive, edging and orgasm denial, excessive sexual fluids.
Well, after the Minotaur book, I don't think we can be surprised.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say this was that as excessive as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Foot licking, hair pulling, spanking, very light choking. Where
That's
I said the
tame.
masturbation.
That's the tame stuff on here.
Right?
Yeah.
Outdoor sexual encounters. I like how this is a book about a corn monster, and she had to put on here penetration by a humanoid being, penetration with fingers, performing oral sex on a humanoid being, receiving oral sex from a humanoid being. I wouldn't expect anything different.
Yeah.
Than a book about a corn monster. I don't know why you have to warn me about it.
I guess people, so, you know what? One thing I learned working in customer service is sometimes you have to spell it out because people are dumb.
I guess.
And they're like, a corn monster sex book. Surely that won't mean, but it does.
Yeah.
Let's see. Questionable consent, sexual entanglement with an abductor, trespassing, a protagonist who curses like a sailor, and a large knife used in foreplay.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I put in the description of our last episode, Ashley likes the F word. So.
No. He does not look like this.
Not quite.
No, but she uses, I think
she
her
does
like
refer to it though.
Refer to it, the giant, green giant. I think in her dedication, it's for like people who. So, like, have you ever been kind of attracted to the Jolly Green Giant? I think is what she says.
Okay.
Prepare to embrace those deep-seated leafy desires because this weird little romp was written just for you. You may have never looked at a can of corn the same way again.
I'm never gonna look at a piece of corn on the cob the same way again.
Yeah.
Especially after what she does to one.
That's why I eat it off the cob, you know?
I like how you put he was naked, sort of.
I think I just copied like descriptions of him from the book. And and so this is basically a description of him, of what she says in the book.
Smooth, buttery voice. I didn't that the first go round. Oh. That's not the only thing that's buttery. Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay. So yeah, basically he's like a giant man that's got like.
But like how giant?
Leaves.
Like, are we looking at actual proportions here?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just like a very large man.
Yeah.
Thing.
Because
like he's very humanoid, but like, yeah, like it says, he's got like leaves that are like kind of representing like shoes, and he's got leaves around his junk, and what does it say? The leaves began again on his forearms, thick and curly, hanging down over his hands. His calves were thick like tree trunks.
I get it. I do.
I feel like I blacked out for part of this book.
It was only 62 pages.
I know. And this is the first one I read, and I'm like, wait, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm reading it because I'm like, it's been a while since I've read it, so I'm like trying to also remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically he just has like leaves all over as like his like clothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's covering all the bits.
Yeah. It even looks like he has like leaves over his face in a way, so she can't really see his face as well.
He has like a leaf beard.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it that way.
All right. I'm picturing it.
Okay, yeah. So she's supposed to meet at the corn maze with this guy that she's quote unquote dating, fucking around with. And he stands her up. So she decides to do the corn maze by herself. And as it says here, there's a concession stand at the center where you get hot cider. And she just wants to get to the center, go home, and use her good purple vibrator since she's not getting any of that. I think the exact words were...
I'm sorry. I'm reading ahead a little bit. I'm just...
No, you're good. You're good.
I felt you the moment you stepped inside of me. Oh, no.
Yeah. But there was also the expectation that she would be thoroughly dicked down tonight. I'm like, I've never used that phrase before.
I have not either, but I understand the sentiment.
I get it, yeah. But yeah, so she goes through the corn maze. And there's like scarecrows that are like posted up in different parts that have these like rules on them. As it says, stay on the path, don't pick the corn, have fun. Well, she's like getting more lost as she's going.
Keeps hitting dead ends.
Yeah, she keeps hitting dead ends. Would you like to take this party lane?
I think she gets frustrated to the point where she just tries to go through the corn, like what are they called, stalks, and I think she tries to climb, right, and she ends up like breaking it, and she gets frustrated and she's like, oh, and then like a fog appears and she's just like, what is going on? It's a weird hour.
You can't climb corn.
No, you can't.
No. I think she was just I think she just wanted to see like where the center was so she could like head that direction. But yeah, fog comes, and then I think this is when she just like I guess goes to sleep and then wakes up. Yeah. And she's being restrained.
See, I have a quote here from the book that says, she was effectively pinned like a beetle stuck to the web of a wolf spider. And I highlighted this because I don't know where this author is from, but wolf spiders don't make webs. It's really bothered me.
And that took Ashley right out of it.
That didn't help, no. I was like, wait the fuck a second. Wolf spiders don't make webs, at least not down here in the South. I Googled it because I was like, am I losing my freaking mind?
You could have said like a black widow or something. But like...
Something, yeah. I don't know why wolves. I mean, I guess like wolf and prey. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, that really bugged the shit out of me.
Ashley's like, whoa. I know this is a corn monster, but I cannot deal with the scientific inaccuracy.
Listen. I highlighted a lot of shit I had problems with. Okay. Are you always this uncommonly wet, Elizabeth?
What?
And then, yeah. And he goes, that if I can feel every inch of this cornfield, that I cannot detect even the most minuscule shift in its humidity.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
If it's humid, you need to get that checked out.
But yeah, he's like, I felt you the moment you stepped inside of me. Basically, like inside of the cornfield is what he.
So he is
means.
the cornfield?
He's like a cornfield monster
God
thing, yeah.
Mm.
So like the cornfield is like his domain. So of course he can feel, I guess, people
he
coming into his domain.
Yeah. And that's why you're supposed to stay on the path.
Yeah. I think he even
Okay.
says that. He goes like, you broke the corn, you broke it. You also tried to lead the path. There are only 3 rules. It's really not that difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, no. What kind of diabolical deal did the townsfolk make with this corn maze? Because it sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Right? Nobody knows about him, though. Like, it's not even like it's a folklore thing or something. Nothing. Like,
Yeah.
it's never mentioned that anybody knows anything about, like, this, you know, like, there's no myth of, like, a corn monster or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that you added the quote, then what am I supposed to call you? You'll call me daddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, I've said this before. I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum, but I just don't like the daddy thing.
Yeah.
That is not one of my turn-ons.
No.
Yeah. I don't like it.
There's also a part in here where so he basically as it says, in this season, he needs to take like a queen. It's the most fertile time of year for him, and he must choose a bride to produce a hearty crop for next season. I want to make you my queen, and I want to pleasure you until you have broken through the confines of your quaking realities. And then it says, Liz cocked an eyebrow. To be fair, she had tried weirder things before. I'm sorry. What?
Right.
What?
But also,
what is weirder than fucking a corn monster?
And how do we produce a crop?
Oh, just wait.
Oh no. Okay. Keep going.
Oh, fuck.
I'll save my questions till the end.
No, you can keep asking.
Yeah.
It's just, I anticipate that they're going to be answered, and I won't like the answer.
But yeah, so basically he let's see. Okay, yeah. So she tells him she wants to pass on being the queen, but she's down for having sex. There's a little bit of knife foreplay. And then, but because she has denied him being his queen, he does not let her finish.
Yeah.
And he basically sends her on her way.
I mean, that's not really a punishment. I've had to be sent on my way too.
Well, so for her, she goes home, right? And then she tries to like masturbate, but she can't get herself to finish either with like her regular toys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's only been 2.5 days, and she's like, and unable to like stop thinking about him, and so that's when she's just like, let me just. And that's when she's like, farmer's market for a science experiment.
Yeah. So yeah, she goes to a farmer's market, only buys corn.
No.
Yeah.
I hope, I can't remember if it said she bought more than one piece of corn, but I really hope she bought more than one. Apparently she's never bought corn on the cob before. Like she doesn't know how to pick a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, it said she's like, she didn't really know what she was looking for, so she just started picking up cobs and filling them for general hef.
Yeah, she squeezed a corn cob firmly as she rationalized to herself. This one was large. The corn inside was still completely obscured. The silks on top weren't too scraggly or brown. The husk was more tender than some of the others. Liz wasn't quite sure how much any of this mattered, so she went on instinct and natural attraction as best she could. This is local produce acquired. She couldn't stop her mind from racing with memories of how his hands felt on her skin.
I'm regretting this.
She dropped the cob into boiling water because today was not the day that she would get vaginal worms. Thank you.
For that part, I put my note was, at least she's being clean about it.
I was curious when she got the corn. I was like, please fucking cook it first, at least. Yes?
There are corn-shaped dildos. Like, you don't have to ruin produce. And if you got it at the farmer's market, it was probably expensive. Like, I'm just thinking economically here.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she cooks it, dries it off, takes it home, or takes it into her bedroom, and
begins her science experiment.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Yeah. The corn cob was now halfway inside her, and she was committed to this science experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Is she using...
Oh, God.
Oh, no, okay.
I forgot to add.
Keep going.
That she ended up, what was it? She gasped and felt her inhibitions begin to disappear as she approached her glorious corngasm.
Yeah. This also says, she simultaneously thrust the remaining length of the corn inside her hungry hole.
What? No. That's how you end up in the ER.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't there a show that Sex Sent Me to the ER or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, this would put you there.
And I think there's like a Instagram page or a Tumblr page or something of like ER objects found in people.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, we've gotten some.
Yeah. Ashley's gotten some. Let us know when you get corn.
Oh, God. We have, out of all the rectal foreign bodies that we have not had anything that was edible yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess she decides after that she's gonna go back to the corn maze, right? And like be his queen.
Yeah, no, she says that he owed her an orgasm. She was entitled to legal compensation.
Yes. So yeah, she goes back to the corn maze, and then I think she pulls a piece of corn like from a stalk to get his attention or something, because he's like not coming to wherever she's at.
No, doesn't she? No, she.
Am I making that up?
Doesn't she just like get naked and start masturbating there to call him over?
Maybe. Hold on.
I think that's what it was.
In the corn
I remember,
maze?
or she like touches her. I think she takes off her shirt and starts touching herself to get his like attention to come.
Ashley, is that a squishmallow back there?
Yes.
Is it wearing a hat?
Yes.
Oh.
It's my it's a candy corn bat. And the hat is this is a tangent.
I got distracted by the candy corn hat.
There was
Speaking of corn,
like fishing, right? There was a like some sort of like it's a bait and tackle shop in Florida that when we used to live there or whatever, and my dad found out that they sold hats, and it's called Masturbate and Tackle. So he bought a bunch of hats for Christmas one year.
this little friend back there is such, it's like they were meant to be in this episode.
I know. I feel like I need to move them. It's Emily. my candy corn bat.
And it says masturbate.
That's like perfect.
Oh, such a happy little bat.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's just so soft.
They are so soft. I want one.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Oh, she starts like yelling and stuff, or not yelling, but like talking in the corn maze. She's like, "Am I shifting your humidity, buddy?" She chuckled to herself.
No.
Let's see.
Yeah, because I think she says she lifts her shirt off and says, "Do you notice me now?"
Oh, okay. Yeah, she gets like naked, and it says a young ear of corn hung on the plant beside her, and with a smile, Liz gave it one long, teasing lick before running off in the opposite direction. And then she yells, "You wouldn't believe what I did with a corn cob this afternoon." And then he shows up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She decides to go down on him there in the maze. And what is it? She goes, "I want to see what you're hiding under here."
Yeah.
And he ran a hand through her auburn hair and rested it at the base of her neck. "Go on then, shuck me."
Okay. We need more.
Yeah.
We need more corn puns, actually.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot. Here's also where things get weird for me. So she she shucks him, and obviously his dick is a piece of corn, but it's got like it says the very end hung wispy tassels that appeared to be flexing softly on their own.
No.
And he's like, they're, what does he say?
What,
They're sensitive nerve endings.
Mm-hmm.
Like just.
To me, I was picturing like, like the little silky corn pieces. Yeah, that's what I was picturing, was like hanging off the end of his dick.
Yeah.
But she like sucks them into her mouth.
Yeah, this part was
It
was hard to read.
Yeah, she goes, Mom, I am so sorry that you're going to be listening to this at midnight when you're driving into work. She says, or it says, Liz let her mouth fill up with saliva. Then she engulfed all of the tender silks at the tip of his cock in one motion. She drenched them, and he moaned as she manipulated the wet mop around in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And she tugs them with her teeth.
No.
He loves it.
If Elaine is saying that was a lot, you know it's a lot.
And then he tastes like butter. Now, here's my thing with these monster romances and like the flavored comes. I like butter, but not by itself.
No.
If you handed me a stick of butter and told me I have to eat it, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat just butter. So the fact that he tastes like butter, I'm like, that is not appealing to me.
Like,
maybe popcorn?
He should taste like buttered popcorn.
Buttered popcorn would have been better than just butter.
Okay, this is a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and that's right. And then at one point she does call him, yes, corn daddy.
Yeah.
Not cool.
And then that's when he takes her down to his lair. He released a geyser of golden butter as he sprayed her insides with his fresh nectar. She says, "Thank you, Dad." Liz's corn had successfully been creamed.
No.
Oh, y'all.
This was an interesting choice.
They're doing it in, she's like all muddy.
Yeah, she was all muddy, and he like just scoops her up out of the mud
They go to
takes her down to his lair, doesn't
Yeah.
clean her off or anything. Like,
No, he like
they-
licks.
oh,
He
that's
licks her.
right.
He starts licking her, and
He licks the mud off of her
he
body.
basically lets the mud off her body, and I'm just like, ugh.
I think I blocked that part out.
Yeah. Yeah.
After she's been successfully creamed, it's the epilogue.
Okay, that's right. Okay. That picture is perfect. Two little corns and a baby corn.
How did you find that? Did you make it? No.
No, Google.
Oh my god.
It's awesome. But yeah, so he takes her down to his lair, and she decides to stay with him, be his queen.
Mhm.
And so they like find her clothes in the corn maze, and they're like, oh well, she's missing. And yeah, like it says, her case eventually went cold. Liz was never found. Underground Liz was with her corn man, and her belly was swollen with little swimming cornlets.
Like tadpoles?
I don't know.
You know those like mini corns you can get in like
Like in stir fries?
oh yeah, I can stir fry. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was imagining.
No. Wait, so does he give birth to the corn? Does she give birth to the corn maze and then like people eat her babies?
No idea.
It
Also-
kind of just stops there.
It's
How-
left up to interpretation.
Yeah.
What is he king of? Like, do they have corn subjects? Like, she got played.
I don't know. I don't know.
He trapped her.
Yeah, I guess she can never leave, you know?
Yeah.
Which I'm like, what is she eating down there? She's just eating corn? Is that cannibalism?
I don't
Like,
know.
like, what is he eating? Does he eat the dirt? Because he did lick the dirt off of her.
Maybe-
Or the mud.
He
Yeah.
photosynthesizes? I don't.
But he's underground. Don't you need
Well, he's
sunlight
like
for that?
he's like a god, so I guess
That's true. Maybe he doesn't
He
need
doesn't
to
need
eat.
anything. I
You
don't know. I assume he
know,
can probably
did they get,
provide for her.
groceries delivered.
If I.
Just drop him off at the cornfield. I just picture a delivery driver pulling up, be like, "It's just a field of corn." And just like leaving all the groceries in the parking lot and driving off. Yes, Liana.
There are just some things you wish you could unhear or unlearn. This is one of them. Oh, I learned a fun fact the other day that's, well, yeah, it's a fun fact, but it's not a great fun fact. So I learned that our kinks are hereditary.
Oh, interesting.
And I was just like,
How is that hereditary?
I don't know. Apparently, things were passed
What-
on to us from our
what-
parents.
What gene is that attached to?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh, here's more corn pictures for you, Liana.
The one on the left is so funny because I was like, I can't remember if I was just finished reading Corn Daddy and I came across this photo on a book. And I like sent it to Ashley and I was like, oh
It
gosh.
looks like it's like I don't know, a villain from like Thundercats
Just
or
the
something.
face, though.
No, I think it was from I think it's from He-Man. Is that
Oh, it's from He-Man. Okay. Same era.
Okay.
And then our sexy corn man.
Those are breasts. Those are not like those are full on tits.
You know, big pecs.
Also, like, how are you that buff on a plant diet? Well, not a plant diet, but just like where does your physiology doesn't make sense.
I mean, don't people joke about like big corn-fed men or whatever?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, the one on the left is my favorite, though. Just
it is good. It is good. We'll have to like share these to Instagram or something. Obviously, I'll put the video up on YouTube. But yeah. Now Hayseed.
Okay.
The first night I started reading this, I started to fall asleep, so I stopped. I had dreams about a cornfield for a short little bit, and then I thankfully woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, please do not revisit that. It was weird. It was just like, it was just a cornfield. Like, nothing crazy happened. Thank God. But yeah, this one is Hayseed, a scarecrow monster romance.
Okay.
Yes.
Do y'all? Okay.
Yes.
I had a VHS of this, and I thought maybe it was something I imagined. But my sister remembers it too. I don't think it was Disney, or it might have been, but it was a cartoon, and it was like a fall cartoon, and there was like a pumpkin scarecrow. It was a scarecrow with like a pumpkin head, and he did this really weird dance, and he's like, and I don't.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I have to find it because that's what that made me think of. Gosh, I can't even remember. But yeah, there was like Old Man Winter or something like that.
I don't know. That does sound familiar though. Okay, yeah. So Hayseed, a scarecrow monster romance. Author is it Vera or Vera? Do we know?
Looks like Vera.
Vera. Oh, I've been
Vera
saying
Valentine?
Vera, but it could be Vera Valentine.
And it looks like it's self-published or her own publishing thing,
maybe. I don't know, because it had
Word
two.
Chick Content
Yeah.
LLC. Oh, this came out October 20th, 2022.
Yes.
56 pages.
56 pages.
And then she's the one that's going to be at Monsterotica.
Okay.
Yes.
Con.
Yes. All right, the summary. A harvest festival has come to Kern Creek again, and farm girl Macy is excited to take in the sights, sample her favorite fall treats, and enjoy the evening. But when her out-of-control boyfriend Daniel crosses the line in a drunken rage, she flees into the dark of the cornfield to save herself. Exhausted, scared, and somehow lost in the very field she grew up exploring, the full moon reveals an unexpected addition to the stocks, a scarecrow she's never seen before. No mere decoration, old Druidic magic has given the strange strawman Corbin a century reprieve on equinox night. The dark bargain he offers in turn is as intoxicating as Old Man Walker's cider and twice as sweet. But will Macy dare accept it?
Okay.
So these are our...
Wait, what's Pumpkin? Or is that misspelled? Pumpkin fucking?
Oh,
Oh, shit.
I misspelled pumpkin. I don't think I...
Hold on. Oh, no, go back. Listen, y'all.
I think you have to exit out of the. You have to exit out of the.
Don't
slide.
change it. I love it.
we'll just leave it. We've acknowledged it. It's supposed to say pumpkin, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, what is pumpkin?
I looked at this twice and didn't catch that.
I know. I always double check, but I didn't catch that either.
It's okay.
Well, you think it would have like a red squiggly being like, this isn't a word. Maybe that's a word. Is that a word?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Punum.
No, it does it as pumpkin. Never mind. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, these are our trigger warnings, content warnings. Man hitting a woman, open hand, woman hitting a man, closed fist, drinking and drunken behavior, slut shaming, threats of violence, gagging of the be quiet variety, bondage, corn-based penetration, pumpkin fucking, cuckolding, and someone getting really into agriculture.
I know that's going to be a trigger for a reason.
I have some issues with this.
Oh, just a couple? Just some? Not with the whole book? Okay, go ahead.
I mean, parts of it were good, but it's kind of like the wolf spider thing. There were a couple things where I'm like, huh? That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So yeah, our characters. Do you want to do this one, Elaine?
Yeah. So you have Petey, which is her scruffy terrier mix. Macy, who is the main female character. Dan, who's Macy's boyfriend. They've been together since high school. And then Corbin, who is the hot scarecrow man.
Is that what he's supposed to look like?
Kind of, except the face. I think he's supposed to look more human.
Yeah,
but I think
felt like he looked more humanoid.
Yeah. But I think it does say that he has like hay.
Yes,
like kind of
like
coming
mixed in
out
with his hair. And,
yeah,
and yeah, at his like neckline and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so
that's just kinda
scratchy.
creepy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like she keeps talking about like throughout this, like talks about like the smell of hay and blah blah blah. I'm like, hay doesn't smell that great.
It's like with the way my allergies are set up.
Oh, I would die. Both of these, like,
I would break out in hives.
So yeah, Maisie is getting ready to go meet Dan at a harvest festival or whatever that's like in a cornfield that's in the farm next door to hers.
Yes.
Property. Dan is an actual literal piece of shit.
Yes.
I don't understand why she is with him.
Yeah.
One of the lines is, Dan firmly believed pants were for men, never hesitating to remind me if I made the mistake of wearing them. And I was like, okay, what year is this 19-year-old living in?
Yeah.
It was the comment that I made to myself, but this is before.
She's 19.
No. See, this is where I get irritated. It says that they graduated from high school the year before. So I assumed he was 19.
Okay.
But then she says later that it says, pleased at the sweet 21-year-old country girl that greeted me there. She's like looking in the mirror. So they're 21. And I'm like, they didn't graduate high school last year then.
Yeah.
Unless, you know.
I mean, shit happens. But like, what are the chances both of them? I was like, wait a second, what? But yeah, apparently his like dad is an alcoholic and like abuses his mom. Up until this point, he's never laid a finger on her. She is getting ready for this festival thing, and she puts on a dress, and she goes to put on her lipstick, and she accidentally grabs the wrong one from her bag. So it's a red lipstick instead of this cutesy little pink that she usually wears. And Dan does not like the red lipstick. And she's like, well, it's dark. Maybe he won't notice. So she shows up with it. And he immediately is like, basically like, you look like, you know, a prostitute.
Yeah.
With that lipstick, like, take it off, blah, blah, blah. She like stands her ground. And so he slaps her. and she like falls to the ground, and she's like, I thought because he, saw his dad abuse his mom that he would never do it to me or whatever. And I'm like, excuse me?
We don't have time to unpack that.
Right. Apparently he's like slowly, like ever since they got out of high school, become like more of an alcoholic and whatever.
Mm.
And so he's basically just becoming like his dad. She throws a punch at him, knocks his ass out. Or knocks his ass down, I guess, or whatever. Yeah. And then she runs into the cornfield. I just don't. Everything she says about this boyfriend leading up to it, which is obviously to make us hate him. And not want them to be together. But I'm just like, girl.
You can do that without making him a total terrible person.
Yeah, I was like, this is, I don't know, like, run, get out of there.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, you could find somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe not in your small town. I don't know. But yeah, she runs off through the cornfield. She thinks she's running towards the festival, but like every time she checks, the festival's like further and further away.
Yeah.
And then her dog finds her while she's in like a clearing or whatever. And or no, sorry, not in the clearing. Her dog finds her, and then he starts leading her. She thinks, I guess, back home, but instead he is leading her to a clearing where, when she comes through like the stalks, her dog's getting a belly rub, and she meets Corbin and a jack-o'-lantern and an empty scarecrow post. Yeah.
I thought he would have some kind of like scarecrow name. Like Hayes.
Nope. Yep. No, his name is Corbin. And of course, like, it's dark. So she thinks it's just a man, like, out there. She doesn't realize that he is magical scarecrow.
Yeah.
And of course, he has like the jack-o'-lantern with him. And she thinks that Dan broke into her house, and that's how her dog got out, and is like waiting for her there. So she asks Corbin to go with her. And of course he does. So yeah, they go back to her house. He ends up carrying her and his jack-o'-lantern. His jack-o'-lantern has to, doesn't she tell him like, oh, like, can't you just leave that here or something? He's like, no, it has to stay by me.
No, I think she thinks that they're using the jack-o'-lantern as light.
That's right. Yeah.
Because it's lit up to get to her path and stuff like that. And I think she's like worried about like flame cornfield, and he's like, don't worry, it'll go out by the end of the night,
But yeah, they get to her house. Dan's outside her house, right?
I think they say she like walks out of the cornfield, and then he like slams open the door and is like, hey. Okay. Of course, he has like a bottle in hand.
Yeah. I'm just like, if this guy was really drinking as much as it portrays him as, like, how the fuck is he still standing?
Yeah.
Like, he should be.
I think it says he like wobbles, but
yeah, that's true. Like, he is not going to be steady on his feet at all. But yeah, she asks Corbin to stop Dan, and then Corbin drags Dan into the clearing where the scarecrow post is, and a bunch of other jack-o'-lanterns show up to light up the area. And of course she goes like running after them, and I guess because he's magical, like, she just steps into the cornfield or something, and like she's in that clearing, even though that clearing to her was way far away from her house.
Okay.
She's also never seen, I feel like, didn't she say like she's never seen a scarecrow or something in that area?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you find out that, like, what is it, once a year he gets to like be human or whatever. And then the rest of the year.
Yeah. Apparently he was created by her ancestors through old magic to chase away anything that threatened them. And I think he says something about, I can be controlled by anybody who claims me.
Yes.
And so.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. I think at one point he says, I'll answer your questions, but to only to whoever who claims me. And so she's like, I claim you. So I answered my question.
Yeah.
No, I would need to know the stipulations if I'm claiming somebody.
Right. Well, like, it's funny because he's like, whoever claims me. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a sexual thing. And then she's just like, oh, I claim you. And I'm like, oh, it can be a verbal thing. Just kidding. I mean, it ends up being sexual. But at the moment, it's just a verbal thing. But of course, yeah, like, Dan's there. He's restrained. He's got corn husks in his mouth, like, as a gag to shut him up. And Corbin's like gonna kill him.
Yeah. I think you can go on the next slide.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So like Dan's tied up. There's the dried horn husk in his mouth. And he's gonna kill him. And Maisie's like, no, stop. There's got to be a different way to punish him. And then she also says, like, he definitely deserves to be roughed up or something, but I don't fancy murdering someone for being an abusive ass. Hell, half the town be gone at that rate. And I'm like,
get out of that town.
Fucked up. Yeah, what kind of fucked up town do you live in? What?
Also, yeah, murder him. He tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Right? I have no sympathy for this man at all.
Yeah, no.
But she's like, no, there's got to be another way to punish him. And Corbin's like, okay, fine. She gives him a kiss on the cheek as a thank you. And then, as it says, one thing leads to another. So they cuckold Dan. So Dan's sitting there watching like everything going down. And what's it called? Corbin makes like a little seat thing out of vines.
Yeah.
For Maisie to lay back in while he by the gods, let me worship you and my radiant harvest. Let me show him what he's lost. And so he goes down on her. And of course Dan's watching the whole thing. Dan's unwillingly getting turned on by the whole thing. Because I think after Corbin finishes that, Dan like has gotten the corn husks out of his mouth and he's like yelling at them or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
He
sneered. Oh, can I go to the next one?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck. But yeah, she says, it says, he sneered at my scarecrow, spitting out leaves. What kind of man does that shit? Women are made for taking cocks, not whatever the fuck that was. Maisie, come untie me right now. I might be willing to forgive you for letting this beta cuck freak job touch my girl. I'm like, Dan, really? You just watched her have like the best orgasm of her life and you think she's going to come help you? I don't think so.
Like, Dan, you have a boner.
Yeah, she does kind of like degrade him a little bit about like, you know, being turned on by this and whatever and blah, blah, blah. At that point, then I think Corbin like stick more corn husks in his mouth to shut him back up.
Yeah.
And then Maisie's like, okay, let's have sex in front of him.
Of course.
Yeah. So they do that.
That makes sense.
Right. Yeah. A cornfield in the dirt. It's fine.
Wait, they're not at her house? They're in a cornfield?
Yeah.
They're in the cornfield that's next to her house. Yeah, they're outside. They're back at the where she originally met Corbin.
Yeah.
In the clearing of the cornfield. So yeah, I guess Corbin tells Maisie that like in order for him to remain like human, someone else will have to take like his place as the scarecrow. And so she readily offers up Dan. But I was like, she convinces Dan, like oh, I'll take you back, but you have to fuck this pumpkin or whatever. And what that does is turns him into the scarecrow or something.
Yeah.
So like her and Corbin are like going back to her house, and it says something about like you can hear him fucking the pumpkin or something like that.
Why?
Hold on. Okay, yeah. It says, I almost lost it laughing at the steps of the ritual, causing a deep blush from Corbin when I realized he'd done it at some point too, in order to cheat death and become the scarecrow in the first place. It says Jack had been a man once too. Corbin quietly, the jack-o'-lantern had also been a man once too. Corbin quietly explained, a man with particular tastes that actually relish his part in this ritual. And it says, I managed to keep a straight face long enough to convince Dan that I'd come back to him if he'd fuck a pumpkin.
So the pumpkin
is also
is
like
sentient?
kind of sentient. Yeah.
Yeah.
He never says anything or
But he has
nothing.
a very particular kink.
Apparently,
Okay.
yes. The sound of muffled moaning, squelching, and a grossly familiar high-pitched squeal that sounded like a harbor seal being violated rang out behind us. What
a picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then obviously Dan gets stuck as the scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
And she hires a rumors flew around the town about Dan's disappearance in the week that followed. So nobody knows he's a scarecrow. I guess they just think he like up and left, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, she hired a new tattooed farmhand, and after she grieved the loss of her boyfriend, they obviously ended up as an item to everybody in the town.
All right.
So yeah.
Can't say I'd want to be either of the women. Although I guess the second one kind of gets better deal out of it.
I mean, she gets a better deal out of it in the end, but like the beginning of it, I don't know.
Except I don't like the whole having sex in front of my tied up ex-boyfriend who's insane. Well, we shouldn't say insane. Who's like...
Who just slapped the shit out of
an
me.
abuser.
Abusive, manipulative piece of shit.
I would be like, no, this man does not get to see me naked and enjoy myself.
Right. Yeah. These are not among my favorite monster romances that we've read.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Let's never come back here again.
I honestly wasn't expecting them both to we didn't really talk about Corbin's anatomy, but I was not expecting both of them to be wasn't his a corn penis also?
Yeah, both of them were both corn.
They were both corn, okay.
Yeah.
Like an ear of corn.
I was shocked about that too. I was wondering, I was like, how? And I was like, okay, it's corn.
I don't know what I was thinking it would be, but I wasn't thinking it was going to be corn. These books. I love corn on the cob. Okay?
I'm okay with it. It's
and
not like,
now I'm going to be... I have been traumatized.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really seek out like corn. So I'm okay.
I love corn. Love corn. Not like that though.
You know.
Not like that. Anyway, any last comments, questions? Any more concerns?
I'm good.
PSA, please, people, do not boil a piece of corn and stick it in your hoo-ha. Okay?
Yes.
Just stay away
or your bum
from all that.
If you want some corn to place places you shouldn't, buy the corn dildo from somewhere. I'm sure there is one. Alrighty. As always, thank you, listener, for joining us. Please rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. We are Book Talk Babes Pod on all of the socials. Everything is listed in the description. Have a lovely day and week. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.